Ah, come on!
Last time we left off here at the Pokemon Go complex. For those of you who watched on Twitch, of course, you saw me catch some of the different Pokemon that I brought over, and kind of how I went through that process of transferring some Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home. I'm sorry, from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Let's Go. I ended up putting some of them on Home, but we went through and kind of caught some. And then for those of you who watched on YouTube, of course, you saw a little bit of that. I didn't go through the whole process. I cut it down because it was a bigger thing, and it wasn't the most exciting to watch, I'll be honest. Kind of going through, it was a lot like Diamond and Pearl. You bring in the Pokemon, they get brought into a special room, and then you go ahead and just try to catch them. The only difference there is Diamond and Pearl, I think, had a much better system where you ran and found the Pokemon in the Safari Zone kind of like area in the wild, and then you threw a Pokeball, and then you would catch it. And that was it. With this, you actually had to catch it, and it had a chance of breaking out and everything like that, which was a little obnoxious and annoying. However, that being said, it is still nice to be able to bring in a bunch of the Kanto Pokemon from Pokemon Go and Meltan, and the Alolan forms. That's all you can bring in at this point, and that's the only way to get them at this point. Right now, you don't have the ability like you do with Pokemon Go or Pokemon Home to transfer. But we're back. What we're doing right now is we're going to go ahead and come back through this section. We ended up skipping a bunch of these trainers because we were on the verge of death and we were slightly under-leveled. So we're going to go back through. We're gonna beat these trainers just to get some final training in. Then we're going to go ahead and take on Koga, and we'll visit the beach at Fuchsia City because we haven't been down there yet. And then from there, we'll keep on moving, and it'll be onward to Saffron City. So as you can see here, we've had some changes to our team, a little bit, of course, through the natural training, which a lot of it was just through catching in Let's Go, and in the Go complex, and through pretty much mostly that there, and some of the battles and stuff we did during that last section. That kind of led to just some level ups and everything. So Apples is now, of course, a Charizard, which is great for us. We have Charizard. We still have Shadow the Pikachu. Turin has leveled up, so he is still Butterfree, but he's almost level 4. Jeez. Apples is still getting pooped on, though, unfortunately. So we do need to see if we can do something about that. But this is actually perfect just so I can show you here. So the current team is mostly the same. We mainly swapped out Ryan for Leonardo, our Squirtle, who through training is leveled up to a Blastoise. Leonardo was thanks to a generous streamer from last session who went ahead and was just very kind and generous and everything with what they were doing in the stream. So they got to pick a Pokemon and have it be added to the team, go ahead and pick out the name for it, and that's what they chose. So Leonardo is now on our team, and I'm pretty happy about it. Squirtle's one of my favorite Pokemon, and I know my team looks almost like what you'd expect Red's team to look like, but we're not going to go for a full Red team. I promise. We'll probably do a little bit more swapping as we get closer to the Elite Four and kind of towards that end game. For now, we'll probably just keep up with what we've got here at the moment. U-turn is just fast for this dude. It's a quick little Primate. There we go. But if there are Pokemon that you see, and kind of the same thing, you want them on the team, you want them named or anything like that, if you're watching on the stream, you actually, if you're a follower, you'll earn channel points. There's a whole bunch of different points that you can, things you can do to earn those points. Just to kind of name a few, there's things like where you can make the chat emote only for a few minutes. There's stuff where you can we'll rate your pets. So, if you pick that one, you submit a link with a picture of your pet. kind of we'll go ahead and rate it. All right, I think I ran past. I think I beat you. Yes. Thank you for battling your babies. I think I beat you, maybe? Don't think I beat you. Oh, I forgive you. I can take it. Okay, so I did beat you. Yeah, I think I beat all 3 of the Evolution girls. Yeah, but to kind of go on, there's stuff like that. There's stuff where, we'll say certain, we'll limit certain words, like, during the stream. So if things get hectic or whatever, you can, have us where we can't curse for X amount of minutes, which is great for when someone's raging. There's stuff where, like, oh, run an ad or whatever. There's things like where we'll go ahead and, add games to a list to try, kind of through, like suggestions, but we'll actually, hunt them down and try to play them if we can, within reason. There's stuff, that highlights your message so you can see those, and, they stand out in the chat. There's a lot of fun to be had in the chat, but with that, we also have a bunch of custom ones. Like, there's ones where that let you name, Pokemon after you and everything. Actually, I don't want to battle you just yet. Oh, just because I want to go ahead and heal up our whole team, so everyone can get experience off of these battles. That's not what I need. We need medicine. I'll need to pick up a few more revives from the Pokemon Center when we get back to town. Probably top off our potions, just to be safe. Alright, so we've got these swapped. Let's go ahead and put Pikachu back at the front. Since Pikachu is the strongest and we want to kind of get through these so we can move on with our story and our adventure, we're going to put Pikachu back at the front. I'm a coach, yes. Let's battle for the extra XP. As long as you don't have a rock Pokemon as your first Pokemon, we should be fine. Coach Trainer Grantley. But yeah, so there's a lot of fun to be had on the channel itself. Typically with these streams, these have been filling our Saturday morning slot. So that's Eastern Standard Time, usually between about 9:30 and 10 a.m. kind of for the starting point, is when generally we'll go ahead and start. And then from there we'll run through a few hours, usually 3 to 4 hours, 4-hour stream in the morning. Sometimes a little bit longer based off what we're playing or what we're doing there, but that's kind of the window that we shoot for with Saturday morning. For those streams after Pokemon, I'm not sure what we'll jump into next. Of course, based off when this goes out on the YouTube, it could be a little while. So things, plans might have changed or things might have gone into motion. So just keep that in mind. However, I will say that more than likely we might jump back into Kingdom Hearts. That was something that someone requested we play, so I went ahead and played a little bit of the first Kingdom Hearts there. And I did have a blast with it, so I think we might jump back into it and kind of pick up. The plan was to probably go through like Kingdom Hearts 1, maybe jump into a short, different game, jump into Kingdom Hearts 2, kind of, and go through all of the Kingdom Hearts games there through the collections. So that might be the plan. Like I said, we'll see. There's quite a few different options and things that we can do. Splishy Splash. Oh, that's gonna hurt. But Nintendo has also announced quite a few fun games that are coming out here within the next couple weeks and in the coming months, so we may jump into some of those as well. It just really depends. Like they did announce for Mario's 35th anniversary, they announced for the Switch for a limited time they are selling a bundle that's got a remastered Sunshine, a remastered Mario 64, and a remastered Mario Galaxy. So I'm definitely going to pick that up. It's only available for a limited time. I'm torn how I want do that. Hopefully they'll give some more information. But the way that apparently it's going to have a limited retail release, where they're only making and selling new copies between like September 18th of 2020 and like March 31st of 2021. So just keep that in mind if that's something that you want, because of course it's limited, unfortunately. I don't know if that means that they're going to do something where they'll, like, you know, after that time frame they'll focus on selling it digitally or something like that, you know, only, or, you know, they won't sell it as a bundle anymore and you have to buy all 3 games separate for what ends up being a little bit higher of a cost or something like that. I'm hoping it's not just like a Disney Vault kind of thing where they pulled it out of the vault for a limited time and whatever. I mean, it could be. Hopefully not, though. But they're doing that. I'm excited about that one. In February of 2021, they're relaunching Mario 3D World. They're bringing that over to the Switch, and they're also adding a huge like DLC story thing with it called like Bowser's Fury. So they've got that in the works. So they've got some cool stuff planned that we might check out here as well. And of course, those of you who watch other streams know that, you know, I've been playing some Fall Guys here and there. As well during the week, so occasionally we might jump in with something like that on a Saturday morning, or just kind of another random, more competitive and kind of multiplayer game, Halo or whatever. There's a lot of opportunity that we'll have here to be able to jump in and do during those Saturday morning slots. During the Saturday night slot, that is still set to be D&D primarily. Right now we are going through Curse of Strahd as of the streaming and recording of this video. We're going through Curse of Strahd. Again, upload time may be a little different. I expect it to still be going, but you never know. We could very well die and wipe in between now and when this episode goes out. Not sure about that though. But you know, but the plan is to keep that Saturday night slot as D&D. Outside of D&D, the only other things we're typically going to be doing on Saturday nights are, how do you avoid a fire spin? Are going to be, like board game. We're hopefully going to be able to go ahead and do some board games and some card games and things like that. We're working on getting that system upgraded and set in place, so that way we can do that here as well. We have a basic setup, like our D&D setup kind of works for it, but we definitely want to see if we can improve things a little bit more as well to make it a little bit better, and that's kind of the goal. Jerk, using a full restore. Let's have wing attack go through and then we'll swap out. If we can. Go Leonardo, you can tank the hit for sure. Yeah, so that's kind of the Saturday night and everything here as well. Definitely a lot of fun. It's a more laid back stream. You know, we're all just playing, you know, and having a fun time with the adventure, focusing on that. We do still respond to chat, respond to comments, and everything like that as well. But it's a lot of fun. If you're a fan of D&D, definitely worth, I think, watching, just because there's not a lot of D&D out there in terms of streams and stuff like that still use kind of the table. I'm a little biased because, of course, I'm in it, but you know, we use a multi-camera setup. We use the actual table and the miniatures and stuff like that, and the actual books and everything like that, to make it more personal, which is a lot of fun. And definitely something that we enjoy. You know, like come up with the characters, and you know, got a great DM and all that kind of stuff. So it's a lot of fun with that. That's kind of where that's currently at. From there, let's swap and put Leonardo at the front.